Welcome everybody to this week's community live stream. We see a lot of people in chat here. Hello, President of Earth and Donji and Cage Storm and a lot of other regular community members. Thank you again for joining us back on this weekly live stream. My name is Matthew Anderson. I go by Erik in the community as community manager here for you guys. And I also have Star with us, executive producer on the project, and the guy who has all of the news and all the really cool sneak peek items that he is now going to jump right into for what's coming up in Release 54.
All right, thanks everybody for joining us on our weekly live stream. We do this every week. Big news, of course, is that Release 54 is coming next week. We've been working all month on that. We do release every single month, the last Thursday of the month, and this will be our 54th. 54, oh my gosh, it's amazing. And this, just like every single one, is full of so many things. First of all, we've got a bunch of performance improvements. We found a bunch of issues and fixed them. So load times will be better, frame rate will be better, all of those things. It'll be amazing. We've got some new scenes, West End, Shaminian Hills, Upper Tiers. We've done a bunch of scene polish. Over 20 different scenes have been polished, including a revamp of the Ruins of Ravensmoor, which is on QA right now. You should check it out. We've also started our tier revamp. Right now, I mentioned this last live stream. So right now our tier difficulty goes just from 1 to 5. We're going to be bringing our tiers, expanding that to tiers 1 through 10. We're also going to be changing the difficulty of a bunch of different scenes, and Ravensmoor is one of them now. It is tier 8. It's also been scaled up. Literally, the size of the scene has been made bigger. All the corridors are larger to help with combat. It's just a lot different experience. Ton of new side quests in Release 54, including side quests for the companion gear, which we're going to be showing off later in the stream. Hopefully, cross your fingers. We were having a little bit of technical issues, but we're hoping to show that off to you real quick. Also, some side quests that continue the plots, some of the side quest plots that started in Soulsbridge Outskirts. We are continuing to bring those through into the sewers of Sultan and the catacombs underneath Solania. So those are cool side quests that are happening along the path of love. We've got the companion gear that I was mentioning is some new gear that has virtue effects that we introduced last release. So those are effects that go up and down depending on where your virtue is. We've made changes to the way commission vendors work. So now they'll charge their fee when things go on sale versus when you list them. And so also, right now, the only way that you can change a pattern that's been applied to an object is either through salvage or if you put a new pattern on it. But we're going to be introducing pattern removers in Release 54. And we've made a bunch of user interface improvements. So you'll now, once again, be able to put containers in containers, and you'll be able to send containers in through our mail system. And we've also made it so that you can, if your lot is about to expire either through inactivity or through taxes, you'll get an email, a real world email, not in-game email, an actual email through your account.
So we have a question actually about containers here.
Yeah.
If I want to put a bunch of stuff in my container and then mail it with stuff in it,
yes, you can do that, except on the other side, it's going to come out of the container.
Okay, so it'd be would you be able to see it on the other side before, or it's automatically going to come out, you're saying? So I click on that mail, I get the container, and I get all the good stuff.
Right, but it's not going to stay in the container.
Great.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Tons of new recipes. So standing banners, bathtubs, elven lights, cloak, cobalt chandelier, crates, barrels, hot tubs. New deco and housing, including basement hatches, basement inns, storefront homes, large telescope, globe container, illustrations, perennial coast paintings. New creatures, the skeleton plunderers. The radio effect now stays on the pattern. So like if you want your clockwork helmet and you want to use that pattern on another plate helmet, the radio effect will stay on it finally. New musical instrument recorders. Heraldry is expanding with boots and gloves, standing banners, and a chest. We made a bunch of polish to the companions, so they have more abilities, their power leveling is better, and they have better awareness of their surroundings. While we were fixing them, we discovered a major issue with taming and the scaling of taming and summon creatures. So now those level up better. They actually weren't scaling properly at higher levels because their innate skills were literally not leveling at all. So those are going to be much more powerful at higher levels. So very, very cool. Huge news for property owners and POT owners. We have increased the decoration limits in release 54. So you'll be able to place more decorations on your lot, more lights, more containers, whole 9 yards on your property and in your player-owned town. And we've also created a new, even larger, we've actually, believe it or not, we've had some player-owned town, player town owners who have maxed out a metropolis.
And that is a huge.
Yeah, and that's a big town. And they've been for a little while now asking us for an even larger town. I know it's crazy, and we haven't been able to do that because of performance, but we made enough performance optimizations for release 54 that we felt comfortable enough, along with the decoration limits, to make a bigger town. So there's now a bigger town called a municipality that you can upgrade to beyond Metropolis. That name won out over Megalopolis, thank goodness. So municipality is the next largest town.
We got a question here from Elaine. A good question. How long before the lot expiration is the email sent? Reasonable time, I'm sure. It is
a reasonable time. I don't know off the top of my head how soon it is, but it's a reasonable time. Yeah. All right. Also, the Erik Fund is doing an awesome promotion for the Conservancy and around nature, their Erik Fund Primal Nature promotion. And so we created a couple of custom items for them. One is a little tiny Reaper pet. He is super cute, and a cloak, a nature cloak with the Earth symbol on it. Those are exclusive versions just for them. That'll be running for a couple of months.
Yeah, they're working with the Conservation International.
That's right. And all of this is, well, most of it is on QA right now, and we definitely could use help testing that. So please jump on and test on QA over the weekend. That would be a huge help. And reminder, if by testing on QA, you get all sorts of exclusive rewards that you can only get by helping us test on QA. So please help us out. And if you want details about all of this stuff that's going on in release 54, I just gave you the high level summary, but if you want the details, there's actually a version of these release notes that's listed in the QA bug forums. It'll also be linked in our weekly update that you can read all about it. And now this is an early draft, and some of this stuff may change by the time we go live. So some of the things I mentioned may change or move to the next release or whatever as we test and everything like that.
Yeah, if you haven't seen the weekly update, we'll be putting it out right after this live stream.
Yes. And instructions on how to get on the QA server and install the QA are all listed in our feedback forum, the feedback section of our forums, the release feedback section of the forums. Let's see. So QA build is live now for release 54. And then, of course, release 54 will go live next Thursday, the 31st. Then Friday, we have another dance party where I will be DJing once again. And once again, I will be doing 2 sets. We'll be doing a set at 2 p.m., 2 to 4, and then we'll be doing another, and then I'll be doing another set 6 to 8. It's going to be in Lux Sanctuary, which is player-owned town that's due east of Nightshade Pass.
Yeah, very nice town. We actually spotlighted it a few months ago.
Cool. Spoon is going to be our host. And then we're going to have our Release 54 live stream, and it is a tropical theme. So all sorts of cool tropical themed items, including a haka emote. That's the Maori challenge dance, and a hula emote, and giant tiki heads with flames coming out of them, and some Polynesian themed weapons, an axe and a bow, and just some really, really cool, very different theme for our live stream. And that's all Release 54. So very, 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 very exciting. And then Release 55 is going to have a bunch of amazing stuff in it as well. So a bunch of cool improvements to PvP, which we'll be revealing some details later. Brewing, which unfortunately was supposed to be in Release 54, but we realized that once we started working on it, we needed to get the containers within containers working, because that was a dependency for brewing. So brewing, while we got a bunch of the prep done for brewing, we got like the hops and the barley, so we got that sort of agricultural side of it done, and some of the container work done, but we weren't going to get the whole thing done. So anyway, brewing is
it got a little delayed, honestly, because we started putting the ingredients together and then drinking it, and so we delayed ourselves because of that.
And so brewing, and then unicorns. When we had our kickoff meeting for unicorns this week, and oh my God, unicorns are going to be so amazing. There's going to be light unicorns and dark unicorns, and they're going to have engaging with unicorns is going to be, although you should never fight a unicorn. Don't fight a unicorn.
Mm-mm.
But if you fought a unicorn, it'll be amazing. I mean, but terrible. Don't do it. We also had a kickoff meeting / follow-up meeting, because we've been working on this for a while, of what our summer seasonal monsters are going to be, and we're keeping it very secret. And we haven't even you've probably seen like some vague things in our stand-up notes of monsters or seasonal monsters or things like that. It's not the unicorns; it's something else, and they're great. And terrible, there's cool, and zombie children, which are also not the seasonal monster, but zombie children. That's all, you can see them in the weekly update. They're great, and there's something. They also have a special drop that you can only get from killing zombie children. But why would you kill them? They're children. Yeah. Don't kill the zombie.
We actually had somebody post in the forums the Sketchfab link.
Yeah.
We put a lot of those 3D models up, and as soon as it went up, in the forums.
Yeah. And the female peasant wearables. You guys saw those maybe a couple updates ago. Those will go live in 55, and then a bunch of UI polish in 55. So we're really streamlining the UI, stripping out all the extra doodads and things like that, making a much more modern feel to it, changing the color scheme to be a much more neutral color. And then, of course, the tier level adjustments that I was talking about earlier. So Hidden Veil is going to go all, we're going to start that. We won't finish it all in a single release. It's actually going to take us probably anywhere between 2 to 5 releases to do all the adjustments we want to do. But we're going to get started in release. We already actually started in release 54. That's what the Ruins of Ravensmoor revamp was. We changed the Solania catacombs and the Soul Town sewers. Those got their tiers got increased slightly. So we already actually started in 54, but 55 you'll see even more work there. And a reminder, that's going to be an expansion of our tiers beyond tier 5 all the way up to tier 10. We'll also be adding a tag on some places will have a plus next to them, and a plus indicates that the what's in the scene is variable, so it's not just tier 1 or tier 3 or whatever. It'll say like tier 5 plus, and that indicates to you that there might be something higher than a tier 5 in there. So like you might have a boss room in that scene.
We actually have a lot of questions here about unicorns and zombie children.
Yeah.
Zombie children being terrifying, according to Doug Goji.
That doesn't sound like a question.
Nope, but an interesting statement. So we've got all these questions from you guys. We will be glad to answer them. If you want to ask them on the Release 54 live stream that's coming up, we'll probably have more time to get to those then.
Yes, yes, please, if you have questions, post them on the Release 54 live stream post, and we can try to answer them during the Release 54 live stream. Because we have 2 deep dives scheduled for that. We have one that's about PvP, and the other one is about something else, and I'm not remembering it off the top of my head. But it's going to be amazing. And so that was Release 55. That's just a high-level summary, and then beyond that is Q3. So Q3 is going to be crazy for us. We're going to have super awesome things. So it's Lord Bridge's birthday in July. Then we're going to have SinCon, and we're going to have Gamescom, and we're going to have DragonCon, and we've got all sorts of cool things planned around all of those events. We're going to be revealing some details about Episode 2. There's going to be Halloween content. There's going to be fall seasonal monsters. So you're going to see a pattern here of seasonal monsters. Then we'll have theaters, fishing, more tier adjustments, control point polish, vendor polish, journal polish, and in-game titles. So all sorts of amazing stuff coming up in Q3. So that's all my news. So I'm going to go see how we're doing for companion stuff. And
I got community news and prizes to give
cool.
away.
While you do that, I'm going to go see how we're doing.
Okay, sounds good. All right, guys, we've got prizes here for you. I changed it up just a little bit. We've got the last but surely not least heraldry item. This is the one we haven't given away before. Heraldry banners. So you get in it the shorter and the taller banner. So it's a set of short and tall heraldry banner eternal pattern set. If you want a chance to win that, let's roll with that right away, then I'll share with you the other prizes. Type !heraldry if you're on Discord or Twitch. And as a reminder, as always, please message me, Erik, what you won and your account name so we can deliver it to you. Also, a little bit later, we'll be giving away the Elven statue of your choice. So there's a bunch of Elven statues in the store right now, and we'll let you decide what's your favorite. There's a variety, so go ahead and browse those with a chance to win the Elven statues. I see the heraldry coming in. Excellent, everybody. Get a chance to roll for that. In fact, I feel like giving away a bunch today since you guys are being wonderful on just putting out that ! heraldry. We're going to do 2 of those. We're going to give away 2. So 2x on that. And then, as always, Twitter. For the hour of this live stream, we're giving away another player-owned town roll-lot property deed. This is the 3rd time we've done this. I don't know if we'll keep doing it, forever. It's, we want to give away other stuff too. There's a lot of really cool items that are coming up in Release 54. Maybe we'll do one of those. But for now, we know you guys love the lot property deeds. So there you go. Oh, and as a reminder, we have the raffle every month, every release, for a bunch more chances to win a lot deed of varying sizes, not just a row lot property deed. So check out in the forums and on the website, ask your fellow community members, what is this raffle? What is he talking about? How do I get tickets for this raffle? It's all in game. You can get it there, and you get a chance in just over a week, or actually a week now, to win one of those lot deeds, maybe a city lot deed. All right, so we've got some news here on the community front. Star already mentioned the Erik Fund's community cause. It's called Primal Nature, and it's running through June. We have them supporting the Conservation International organization, very wonderful organization, and thank you, Erik Fund, as always, for supporting charities in and around the community to help build a better world. We also have this past Wednesday, we had a spotlight of, I'm going to mispronounce this, but Rockschabierplatz Player Town. Does that sound German? Yes, it is. It is actually a German town that's based very much around beer. And we were just talking about beer coming shortly in another release, R55. So that town is governed by Hannah Alpenglow, and they had a wonderful story to share with us. You can get to that town through Brittany. It's a nested pot, and we will be spotlighting more towns. So if you have a town or a guild or a group that you guys want to get out there in the community and share what cool stuff you're doing, venturing, PvP, PvE, crafting, whatever it is, let me know, or let Raider, our community manager on Touve Games side, know what you have, and we will spotlight it. We also have last Friday's live stream of West End and store housing. That's on YouTube now at youtube.com/Portalarium. You can go there, check it out. All our videos and live streams are recorded there in case you miss any of them. And this Saturday, tomorrow, is the 4th annual Soldiers Memorial Ball in the game at 2 different times. Look it up in the community events section of the forums. So you go to the forums of the website, you look down to where events are, you go into that area, community events. In the current release, release 53, and you'll see all the events yet coming this week and this weekend for more events around the community stuff. We also have a contest that was going to be launched this week, but we have a few more cool things to add to it yet. It's that treasure hunt contest that you've probably been, hearing about. That's going to be probably next week, so just stay tuned for that. We have all the player-owned towns lined up and ready to go. And last but surely not least, don't forget you can still, end of this month is when it ends, a chance to win a $50 gift card by Relics by Rild, relicsbyrild.com. Offer ends May 31st. Hey guys, what's happening?
Hello. Hi. So we need to get to the editor.
Okay, well we have Unity is ready up.
Sweet.
And warmed up.
Fletcher is going here. I'll pull up chair.
So I will bring it up. Guys, we're going to switch over to Unity. You know how this all works. And Fletcher, on short notice, thank you, Fletcher, for appearing on the live stream here. Really appreciate it. These guys love you. These guys love you showing off all this cool stuff. And you don't get, that much of a chance to be on. So, we want to give you that chance when you have something to show. And you always do have something to show. So that's neat. All right, so I'm going to switch over this. And I think we have, if I'm correct, some other scene, something we'll be showing shortly, so just feel free to switch that out as you need to. Okay. So what are we going to be showing? Some armor items, right? Weapons?
Yeah, we're going to be showcasing the companion armors from Truth, Love, and Courage, as well as some of the weapons for them.
Oh, very nice. We've been doing a lot of work on those. Well, if we load this, guys, it's just going to be a couple of seconds. We have been talking about the companions, as Stars mentioned several times over the last couple of weeks. The weekly updates have quite a bit of information about the companions and the adjustments we've made on them, what's coming up yet for them, all in the weekly updates, as well as the instructions for, release 53. So check those out over this long Memorial Day weekend if you want to learn more about them. And if you have any questions from what Fletcher is about to show you guys, don't forget you can ask questions here on the live stream for Fletcher. I will be watching while you guys show off some of these cool items, and I'll catch any of the questions you guys have. But if you also want to, and I would recommend it, gather your questions for next week, or not next week's, but the Release 54 live stream in just over a week. And we'll be answering more questions by you guys. So it looks like we're in a building with a hot tub. Good start.
So what the items that Fletcher is going to show you guys are, so in Release 54, so you're going to be able to go on side quests that the companions will send you on, where you can get all of the gear that they wear or wield. So it's all of the armor or weapons that they have.
You turn the volume just down a little bit.
That's
probably a little. Yeah, that's fine. Just a little. Whenever we load into new scenes,
okay,
you guys get blasted with the high volume, so we'll just tweak it quick before.
Here, let's
just do a little.
Tiny bit.
Thanks.
Yeah. Sometimes when we're having character reviews, like we'll hear a big clank every time we open the.
So you guys get up front on all the sound work that we're working on for the game.
Yeah. Yep. Hang on 1 second. Courage. Where the instance? Oh, that's instance armor. Should be. Oh.
Actually, a quick fun fact, guys. This treasure hunt event that we are working on and are going to get out next week. We've added a little bit of Truth, Love, and Courage lore and history background of the game's story into the treasure hunt. So it's going to be a little extra neat search and find for you guys. So when you come across these yet to be revealed areas in the game, it'll be a nice treat for you. Not to mention prizes to win on top of that. Speaking of prizes, actually, let's give away this one right away. Heraldry banners. 1 or 2 more minutes. I'm spinning the wheel, the virtual wheel here, so to speak. Exclamation heraldry for a chance to win those banners. And remember, we're giving away 2 of them this time. I thought I'd bump it up 1. So a couple more minutes on that.
Norgard, Natalie. Huh. That's odd. It was working just a moment ago. So, yeah, here's the armor. I'm trying to equip it.
Yeah, whatever you want to start with.
Want to try a different one?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, let's try a different one. Okay, so let's try Truth Companion. It's faster to type it in that window. Okay, let's try inventory, add item. Yeah. Truth. There we go. Okay, so these ones work. Okay, drag those over. And so this is the Truth Companion armor.
Do you want to maximize?
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, there's that. And as you can see, it's pretty much the same armor as the Quest for Truth, Love, and Courage that you get, except because these are the armors of the companions, they're a little bit dated and weathered. And then each of the companions comes with their own unique weapons, such as the Courage companion, I believe, has a sword and shield. The love.
Yeah, if you go back, if you hit, if you go back and maximize and hit Z, you'll see her staff.
Oh
no.
I think I gotta go equip it. Okay. Companion Truth, I think, has the staff. Yeah. Truth. Let's see. Staff. There it is. Cool. So this is one actually that Kevin made. He did a great job on it. Mighty.
The Mighty.
What is it called?
No,
Might.
No, that's an artifact.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I know that's it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is the staff, and if I maximize, and let's do a guard stance so we can see it a little bit better. So as you can see, let's move this all out of the way. Yeah.
And we're in Unity right now. Just for anybody who's just joining us, we like to show a lot of the upcoming or recently released things in our Unity editor. It gives us a little bit more power more flexibility to show some of this stuff.
Yeah. So as you can see, it has the symbol of truth here with the book.
Can text. You show like turn around so that the sun beats on the front of it? Unless that's what
turn around face the other way.
Yeah.
Like I see.
Yeah. Give them a little different reflection of the staff there.
Sure. So yeah, it has a little icon that is I guess woven into this branch here. Very creative design for the staff. Then let me show the
very elegant but very deadly all at the same time.
And while you're loading that up, B, what are the truth gear have on it?
Yeah, for the most part, most of the weapons and items exist as sort of a base crafted item plus some extra virtue bonuses. So for the staff, in that case, it's set up as sort of a staff with maple heartwood components, but then it has a focus bonus, which is related to your truth virtue.
We have a question.
So the staff has a focus bonus based on your truth virtue. Cool.
We would operate like a normal maple crafted staff with this extra bonus.
And we have a question here from Vladimir Begamon. Will this be able to be broken down and applied as a pattern?
Right now, whenever we deliver stuff via quest, it's not delivered via a pattern. That's just stuff that dropped in the game or stuff that you get off the store. So generally, our quest items are there to kind of help you along the progression and to help the story along. But most of them most of the time they have a rather increased value, so you can either, equip it, get some money out of it.
Okay, so I think I understand why I couldn't see it before, it's because the name of them was different. So it's named the Fitz-Owen Legacy Armor because it's the name of the companion. Oh, I'm in combat, duh. Here we go. Like this, drag it over. And oh, let's change that out.
Different style.
Where's the legs? Where's the legs? Leggings, cool. Equip. There we go. Okay, so yeah. As you can see, this is just a set of leather armor.
Crossbow.
Oh yeah, duh. Sorry. Maximize. Crossbow is one of the coolest parts. Crossbow. Valerian. Cool. Let me equip that. Yeah. Okay, so equip. And this is a really unique crossbow in that it is a 3-shot crossbow.
Like it shoots 3 at once, or just rapid fire 3?
I'm not sure. B?
It's rapid fire,
Okay.
one after another. So there's actually an artifact that does the same thing. So it's kind of a similar case to where it gets 3 shots instead of 1. The damage is distributed over 3 shots, so it's not 3 full power shots, but at least thematically and behaviorally it operates a little different.
Yeah. And the design of this was just literally 3 bows stacked on top of each other. Yeah, so that's the weapon of the Companion of Love, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, and then let's look at courage.
So it's interesting. A triple bow, you could still compact, still very powerful.
Mm-hmm.
So 3 times as powerful as a single bow, then.
It's not 3 times.
Okay.
No, I mean, it couldn't be otherwise.
Let's see. Okay, so
Otherwise, that would be the only thing anyone would ever use in the game.
If you guys have questions about the bow or anything else Fletcher's showing, let us know.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm watching the chat and I'm watching how many people are like, "Oh my God, I never knew you could just select everything and drag it on the paper towel." And it's really funny because we watch Fletcher do that in our character reviews over and over, and everyone in the meeting is like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you can do that." So it's funny watching everyone in the live, or a few people in the live stream going, "Oh my God, a new feature!" And it's like, no, not a new feature, but somehow Fletcher is one of the few people on the team who also do that.
I think Kevin showed me that.
When you're just switching out full sets of equipment, you figure it out.
Yeah. Oh wait, let me get the shield and sword. One sec.
Ah, yes, very complete with that.
Where is? Okay, so just say sword.
Yeah, whenever Scott was doing a thematic pass, he renamed some of these, kind of synchronize it better with quest mechanics. So sometimes name something one day is different the next. So
okay, so let me look up courage sword. Sword. Okay. Boop. All right. 1H sword companion courage infantry add item. Cool. Silverthorn. That's a cool name. Equip. And then there's a longsword version? Well, hello. Add item. Okay. Courage. Shield. I know it seems weird that I type it into that search bar before typing it in here, but that's because when you type it in the regular search bar, it takes forever to actually fulfill every letter because it's such a large search engine.
Oh, yeah.
it reevaluates every letter. So.
Yeah, that's efficient.
It's a big game.
Yeah.
Got a lot of stuff in this game. Equip. Okay, cool. All right. Maximize F9. All right. And here they are. So as you can see, it's a pretty standard heater shield shape with the courage symbol. Or wait, what symbol is that again?
That's the resolute coat of arms.
Ah, okay. And then here's the sword, which is a pretty standard, almost bastard sword length sword. With I added some guard in addition to the cross guard, a little bit of a ring guard around there. And then also you'll notice the pommel is bell-shaped, very much like the icon of
Does it ring
courage.
like a bell?
No, for the Bell of Courage.
Ah, yes.
That would be very interesting.
Yeah, that'll scare your enemies.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. But yeah. So this is the armor of the Companion of Courage, and as you can see, it's all dented and beat up and stuff. And it's really old. And this is based off of like actual. I think it's like 15th century German Helmschmied armor, and the Sallet, which is what they called the helmet, has a visor, and in this version, the visor's flipped up. So it's a little feature there. But yeah, anything else you want me to show? Obsidian stuff, or?
Yeah, and so what's with this gear? What are the settings on this one?
Yeah, most of the armor sets parallel our previous Virtue armors, so those stats are similar to the Courage. The Courage Companion is similar to the Courage Virtue armor, but with the weapons, we've introduced those new. So with the Courage Companion sword, it operates like an iron sword that's crafted with an iron blade and iron hilt, but it has a Courage Virtue bonus based on hit points. So that based on your Courage Virtue, the hit point bonus on it will go up and down. And with the shield, it's similar to, as in it's an iron shield, but with a hit point Virtue bonus. We try to stick with something that we know is easy to scale up and down. So right now, that's why a lot of our Virtue bonuses are either hit points or focus. We'll diversify those a little more in the future, but I think those give players a pretty explicit benefit that isn't too crippling if their Virtue is off a little bit.
Cool.
But yeah.
Awesome.
That's
All right.
them.
Thanks, Fletcher.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Thank
This
you,
was
Fletcher.
awesome.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
Sweet.
And before we get to the next segment, I have winners of our heraldry banners. All right. Do we want to load up the new scene?
Sure, I can do some setup if you don't need it for a second.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch over to the main
That's
camera
fine, yeah,
here.
and I'll
Actually, yeah, let's do that. Okay, there you go. Okay, all right, guys. We've got 2 heraldry banner eternal pattern sets, and these sets come with the short and the long banners. Congrats to Ace Man, the Best Beast. Interesting name. Also one of the longest I've ever seen on Discord. Very cool. And Lon, Lonn, one of the shortest names I've seen on Discord.
That's a good name.
Yeah. So congrats to both of you for winning the Heraldry Banner Eternal Pattern set. Please message me, Erik. I believe both of you are on Discord. So message me, Erik, your account name, and just as a reminder, what you won here, and we'll try to get that to you for the weekend. And we will roll right into the next and final prize to give away, the Elven statue of your choice. And as a final reminder, also on Twitter, if you tweet us, you'll get a chance to win the player-owned town roll-lot property deed. We're once again giving away one of those. Probably going to switch it up next time, but here's your, beside the raffle I talked about earlier, don't forget that too. Here's your chance also to win a nice roll-lot property deed for a new home and place to call home in New Britannia. And just tweet us during this live stream, you'll get a chance to win that as well. So to roll for the Elven statue of your choice, as always, you guys are wonderful at guessing the exclamation statue. We'll give that a few minutes. We're loading up. We're showing now a little bit more about we're still on the companions, is that right?
Yeah, so we're going to show up. So we did a bunch of work on the companions this release. In fact, that's basically what Erik, aka Scrambler, worked on pretty much the whole release, other than some optimizations.
Right, lots of optimization too, but yeah, there's a lot of companion work going in. Getting skills to work the right way. One of the things that I worked on was having them basically be more aware of each other. Not to the extent of like full squad stuff yet, but they do know how to heal each other, buff each other. They know how to attempt to stay out of harm's way while combat's going on. Try to stay closer to you while combat's going on. So some pretty good stuff in there. It feels a lot better. Changed up the spawning so that they spawn in around you instead of too close.
No, like instead of right on top of you either.
Yeah, so they kind of spread around quite a bit more. And then we have some animation tweaks for some of the new guys, making sure their shields and weapons look the right way. So yeah, there's just a lot of polish went into it. There's still some work to do yet for this release, but it's becoming minor work, which is good.
Yeah, coming a long ways. Yeah, it's good work. Let's still doing a little bit of setup.
Yeah, just a little bit. Give me about another minute.
Okay, why don't we, if you don't mind, let's just actually switch over to what you're working on. Then these guys don't have to see our faces
Okay.
as we're staring blankly towards
Yeah,
what they can't see.
I don't ever do this.
All right, I'll just do this right here. Boom, there you guys go. So we're just another minute or so setting up a few things here, switching over to the next segment here.
Yeah, and it's always weird whenever it's someone else's setup, so it takes me a minute. It's like,
That's
we
not
got
the setup I
someone
like,
here
yeah.
following us around, so
Yeah.
trying to get everybody set up, and then we'll figure out a scene to go to.
All right, another reminder also, guys, tomorrow is that 4th Annual Soldiers Memorial Ball. It's a community event. Don't forget that. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's a couple of times, actually, throughout the afternoon tomorrow, this weekend. And more community news and events. I know there's a few other community events that are kicking off. We have them in our community event calendar on the website. You can go to the forums as well and check out what those are. There's also, every evening I pop into the game, there's some unannounced dance party or some other event, PvP tournament or something that just is there. And so it's really cool that guys are doing so much in the game. Let us know about this stuff, and we will help share it and spread the word amongst the rest of the community.
Okay, one more second. I'm just trying to find.
I'll give it another minute also on that statue set. In fact, I think we'll wait. You know what? I feel really generous, guys. I always do this. We do not have a limit of how much I can give away, so I do my best to be conservative, but I love you guys. You guys are awesome in the community, and you deserve another Elven statue set of your choice, I feel. So spontaneously giving away 2 now on that.
Okay, as soon as we get this scene loaded up, we'll be good to go. So in single player, you can have your 3 companions out instead of 1. So that's a lot of stuff we've been doing is handling the specific case of 3 instead of 1. When you just have 1 companion, there's a lot of stuff that we don't think about as much as far as they don't understand that there's another guy to heal. So that's one thing we had to fix. In a party of 3, the NPCs have to realize that there's someone else to heal other than you. And
so they were being a little, very protective of you, a little selfish there, and now I got other fellow companions I got to take care of too.
Yeah, certainly. It's just as we transition to features that these guys need, some things come up like that while weren't obvious at first, it's pretty obvious that we need these players or need these NPCs to heal each other and not just the players. So as you see here, like previously they would stack up. So Erik's been working on getting it to where they.
Do you want to maximize
Yeah,
this?
I need to maximize this. Spread it, and I'll make it daytime. This.
You need to maximize the wrong.
Vladimir Begamont in Discord. I'm super excited about those new basement hatches. Yeah, those basement hatches. Look forward to those soon.
Click on game.
Next week, guys.
Oh, that's okay. There we go. I thought it was
We're just
a little darker
We're
than
just
this.
like in the mountains.
Yeah, exactly.
I click on this one.
Okay, as you go in here, we see these guys will follow us behind here. We have our standard, we have 1 tank, 1 archer, and 1 mage. So we'll roll through here and see it's tier 4 area, I believe. So one thing is, the power of your companions is based on your power. So, right now, our level is pretty low.
Oh, and you got a wolf on you.
So I'm gonna. See. Yeah, since they're attacking me.
Quaintus has a great question about the Twitter prize. Just at Shroud of Avatar or hashtag LBSOTA, stands for Lord Brave Shroud of the Avatar. Just mention the game in some way, and that'll get you into 10th winning.
So yeah, right now here we're setting our disposition to aggressive, so these guys will automatically. For before defensive, they were kind of holding back a little bit.
Right.
Even though their level is low, there's enough of these guys here that they can take advantage of it.
Yeah, so the thing that I'm really excited about, and I find super cool is, light stuff, is that they're now using all sorts of different abilities. Like, so I mean, you can see that Ariel, who's the prototypical mage, is really just like shooting flames and lightning, and it really is now feeling like the mage that she's supposed to be. And I see some comment on frame rate. Yeah, so we're playing an editor right now. Like, this is the straight up Unity. This isn't the game. So there's a lot of overhead playing in the editor. So this isn't what the actual gameplay would be.
And you see they have some conversations back and forth. Scott's been working on down here of them, their conversation.
I think you guys are seeing us covering up that conversation, but in the chat windows, we'll
Oh yeah, certainly, yeah.
You can move that a little bit over to the right, King.
Yeah. You can see here their little conversations, and they'll banter back and forth, comment on stuff that you're doing.
Yeah, and the Fiona, who's the love companion, has now heal, and she'll even res now too.
Yeah, yeah. There were some issues with that we just fixed.
Yeah, so it's really a fun to see, like them actually, because before they were honestly pretty dumb, and they really didn't do much. Like, they didn't have any ability. But now they're a lot more aware of what's going on, and like in a big kind of situation like this, they would not have been able to handle it. But now they're a lot smarter about what's going on.
And right now it's a tier 4 area, and I'm level 10, so that's one reason why these guys are getting, as they scale up, their power increases. I was trying to change my level in here, but I didn't do it. But certainly, if you are too far outside the difficulty range, you're going to have some issues, but they scale up much better than they did previously. And, they can at least semi-hold their own here a tiny bit. One of them's died so far, but their difficulty should scale up much more than it did previously, allowing them to hang in there at more difficult areas than previously. There's a pain line in there. Popped in. There's a nice firebolt coming in. And certainly whenever it's, the frame rate's this low, it's a little rough and miserable, but definitely going to be skilled positioning themselves better. I guess Conrad was the one that...
Yeah, Conrad died.
Conrad died because he wasn't... That's the thing is, your range guy lasts a little bit better if you're the tank in this situation. Certainly, if you're outside the difficulty curve a little bit too much, it's not going to be able to keep up, but we're certainly going to offer a lot of support here. And one thing we did was we added some of our conditional skills. We've taught the AI to use destroy undead or banish undead. Now they will look to see an undead target before they use it. Where previously they would just fire it away at every single target. So even though Dupre is dead, he has an ability to use his banish undead now, where you wait until the undead is a proper target. So that's been interesting to implement some of those skills that look at the target before they use them. We got a nice, for a tier 4 area, that's not too bad, but I think I actually have God mode on, so.
Yeah, you survived. They did not.
Hey, she did, so.
Fiona survived. Yeah, she did.
They sacrificed themselves to save you.
She's still.
Yeah, I can't find her. I'm around here.
She went off. She's like, you know what? I'm leaving.
Oh, there she is. No, yeah, she sort of hung back. That's good. She's got heal spells, so. She has a couple heal spells. They're on cooldown, so they'll use them when there's someone to heal and the cooldown's up. But sometimes when the cooldown isn't up, then they don't have a chance to use them.
Is she doing right now?
Let's see.
Toggle the sound effects again.
No, let's see. I think I set her to passive because I was trying to back some stuff off here. Oh, there she is. She's healing a little bit. Yeah, there were some issues with heal that we've been working through. But I think, yeah, it's because she was on defensive. I did that, so she wouldn't get too much. There you go. You get her 3 little shots there.
Oh, did she just do rapid fire?
No, actually, that is what the default shot of this is. 3 shots.
Oh,
much like
because
the
she's
other
using the triple crossbow. Oh,
Correct.
that's
So
right.
you can see those 3.
Yeah.
That's her auto attack, and then she uses skills, and there's a heal.
Oh,
so.
she's healing herself. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh,
Looks like she got
okay.
killed before that, but you know, it's just some of the
yeah.
stuff we've been working on to get the guys having more skills. It's almost like a case-by-case basis where we have to kind of teach them to use, certain skills like destroy undead, so that they use them in certain situations. So the good thing is anything we do for the companions, we apply that, to the creatures in general. So we've gotten some general AI and creature improvements from working on these guys.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks for showing it off.
Sure.
Thanks, guys.
All right, awesome. Thank you, guys.
All right. Can we get Hutch and Reed?
Yeah, please.
Sweet.
I have more prizes to give away.
Guys.
All right, we've got Hutch and Reed who are going to be coming on the live stream here, the final segment, and we're going to have them show off some of the cool decorations that we've been building in the game. I'd like to show a little bit of the scenes, a little bit like the companions and some of the items like we are today, and also some of the stuff that you can use to toggle this here to decorate your home with. All right, so I'm going to minimize that and bring up our main window. Hey, there you guys are. Who wants to take center stage?
I'll take.
Who's the command
I'll do the driving
of all
We will
things
do
here?
some talking.
Okay, awesome. I'm going to give away a couple prizes here. Well, I didn't actually do the name, so let's do another minute or two on that. The elven statue of your choice. Roll for that by typing !statue in the chat, and we'll give that 20 seconds. That's all I'm giving you guys for a chance to win that statue. And I'm giving away 2. I'm doing 2 of almost
It
everything.
could probably take a little longer. We have to load up a different.
27. Well, okay, all right. Yeah, these guys are go exclamation statue here. I see Keldon, Minerva, Star Lord, and others typing that in. So we showed off a bunch of stuff with the companions and some of the armor and weapons that Fletcher has been working on. Really cool things, and then we had B come on and show off some of the interactions and how they work with each other, how they support you,
How they all die.
and how they all die. Yeah, we
Yeah,
tried.
shameful.
The healing was just a little bit too late on that last one with Fiona, unfortunately. But she wandered off. She was, I don't know what she was doing, but she wasn't with the group there for a minute, so I can only do so much on that. They're there to protect you, and we survived. So our character survived. So that was the winning end game there. Okay, so 20 seconds on that statue, everybody. The 2 statues.
Yeah, we're just dismissing our companions. One other thing here.
All right, we are loading up Unity.
Yep, we're ready.
Okay, great, perfect. I'm gonna do a quick swap here back to Unity, and we will award the prizes, the elven statues. We'll select the winners rather after what you have to show. So suspense mode. You guys are gonna see some really cool stuff now. Some of the decorations, right?
Yeah, and you've probably already seen a few of them in the background. We're going to show off a variety of stuff that we've done this release that are actually going to be in this release, both craftable and store items. Reed has been busy making a lot of stuff, so let's see, we're going to have craftable tea set, bathtubs, hot tub, cobalt chandelier, basement hatches, hourglass, store versions of the basement hatches, store version of the hourglass, telescope, globe container, some paintings with a perennial coast theme. We're going to see how well those received and how well those are received, and if they're popular, we could do other painting sets in other regional themes,
Yeah,
like
we actually-
Dropvault or.
During the news segment, when Star was talking about a lot of what's coming up in next week's release 54 and some of these things, the chat went wild on those basement hatches. They love the idea behind it, and I have a feeling we're going to see some really interesting basement hatches, placed in your homes. So when you guys get a chance to get those patterns, they are patterns for the basement hatches. So you acquire a normal basement hatch, right, and then you use the pattern to put it on whatever hatch you had. Take screenshots of those next week. We want to see them.
So let's go ahead and just start with those then. Since we're talking about it, we'll go ahead and start with them.
So these on the left will be the craftable ones on this very first row.
In this row right here on the left.
Mm-hmm.
Craftable. So we came up with several different ideas. The ones that here on the left are, I guess you got your standard, sewer grate.
Yep, manhole.
This one here is more of kind of like a mine entrance.
Yep, like a very rough entrance to a mine tunnel. Got the nice rocks underneath it and nice wooden hatch over that.
Yeah, kind of, sort of wanted to make it look rustic and weathered. This one here is sort of like your prototypical storm cellar, right?
Yep. Keep safe from the tornadoes. New Britannia.
Very strong wood. Very strong wood. And then this one here is?
It's sort of craftsman style. It's got like some framed, like polished river stones on the edges, and
yeah, I don't know if you can see that. These sort of river stones and sort of a nicer type of wood.
Yep.
So those are the ones that you can craft in the game. Now these here are the ones that we're offering on the store, and they come in different themes that you might be familiar with. Viking and Shogun, but let's go ahead and take a closer look at these. So this one here is the Viking.
Yep, just nice colored Celtic wood like we see in a lot of other Viking houses and scenes with the Viking ornament style on them.
Yep, sort of those carved peaked wooden crowns. This one here is in sort of the Shogun style. It's got almost like a roof design on the top.
Mm-hmm. Very reminiscent of the Shogun architecture in game.
So it'd be really the whole idea behind this, obviously, is you could if you've got a house in any of these particular styles, you want to have things that match.
Yeah, you keep it fluid.
So here's the Obsidian Order hatch. Pretty cool.
And we've got Vladimir Bigamon, who says these are awesome. Well, he says nice, but I'm clearing it up a little bit for you there, Vladimir. And he said S-Smart will be carrying the hatches, of course. S-Smart, Shop Smart, S-Smart.
Shop Smart.
There is actually it's by Vladimir, I believe. S-Smart is a store, but I think a town in the game as well. Vladimir, you might want to correct me on that, or correct chat at least. And we've got a lot of player-owned towns that have really cool stores, and they offer a lot of different things on their vendors. And so a lot of these things become available within the community. And so watch out for some of those cool stores. Shop Smart, yep, I already said that. And oh yes, and Factory, can't forget about that too. So share with the community your areas in the game that you when you pick up these new items and present them in your towns.
So what do you got here?
This is the Kobold hatch. It's got the curved metal designs and corrugated metal panels on it. Very reminiscent of the Kobold player houses we have and other Kobold tech in game.
Yeah, and this one's pretty cool here. I like this idea because it's just different,
Yeah, this is a elven tree hatch, so it's literally just a stump cut off and then like a lid fashioned onto it.
Is this a craftable one, or
these are
store?
These are the store versions.
Because I I'm putting together the store now, as you know, and I don't have that one. We're offering that. I'll have to.
We also have things that are in sort of non-Novian regional styles, or Novian cultural styles. This one here is sort of a nautical themed porthole type of.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I referenced this from just looking at portholes on ships or just anything like that, and kind of fashioned it into a basement hatch. So.
Yeah. So if you have a water house, like a cabana or a pirate vessel or a galleon or something like that, and you want it to,
I think it would look great on the Cloud Imperium.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, exactly. Now this one here is the heraldry hatch. It doesn't have a blazon attached to it, but you may have seen this in one of our weekly updates with the Lord British snake and cross symbol that we have. We've stripped it off that for here, but your blazon would appear in this area here. You want to see what that might look like, you take a look at, I think, last week's update, or maybe the week before.
I think there's a screenshot in one of the updates.
So it's kind of got, it matches in style to the heraldry chest. That is the same construction. This one here is, of course, Dark Star.
Yeah.
We've got someone requesting a camouflage.
Yeah, I saw that. That's actually a really good idea.
Yeah.
Like a booby trap.
Traps.
Of course it would come with the traps.
And then this here is Lord British, the Lord British hatch.
Mm-hmm. Can't leave out Lord British and Dark Star.
Whose will sell more? That's the question. I think they have a rival. I think they must have some kind of rivalry trying to figure out who's going to
have to.
So those are the basement hatches. Let's go and take a look at this. So you may remember the observatory player home that we put in the game a few releases back. Well, inside the top of that home was a telescope, of course.
Yep.
So we took that, made some changes to it, and made it its own decoration. So.
And there's the glowing symbols of, what are they called? The virtues, but they're also in the constellations in the game. So
these are all the constellations. So that if you were wearing, and I think you might be wearing the astrolabe, but it's daytime. Well, maybe you can see it in the daytime too.
Let's see.
Yep. But these are all the astrolabe constellations that you'll see in the sky. The virtues.
This would be great to put on like a house with roof access, and you can put on your astrolabe and go look at the constellations at night.
Yep, we were testing it with the Duke. One of the Duke houses has a really large patio on the roof, and it looked pretty cool up there. It's a little bit of a different material treatment too. It's kind of got darker,
like darker iron or
or
gold,
enameled metal with gold trim. So that's pretty cool. Let's see. Let's go inside.
On the right will be some store items, and on the left will be craftable.
How did I turn the volume down? Did I not turn the volume down?
Every time we load a scene, it'll
All right, let
reset.
me let me do that again. Sorry, everyone. Okay.
First here is the craftable hot tub.
Okay.
I think players will enjoy having a craftable hot tub.
Have we not had a craftable one before?
Not that I'm aware of. We might, but
Well, this one looks pretty nice.
It's sort of a different style. I think the other one, I don't think we've had a craftable one. Yeah, the other one was circular. Kudos to Damon who created the VFX.
steamy.
Now, by player request, we took a hourglass that appeared in Artifice, and we made it into a player decoration. But the really cool thing about this, do I have to do it with R? How do you, E?
Lay on its side. Ooh.
You can turn it upside down, or you can, flip its direction. And I'll try and get close enough so you can see this.
This working.
But it actually works, and it keeps game time, so it counts down one actual game hour.
So if you have nothing else to do in the game, you can just flip this all day long.
Yeah.
And this is also kudos to Damon.
Yeah, Damon figured out how to make the sand drain, and also how to make it last for one game
Does
hour.
it actually go faster if you don't watch it?
No. No. So anyway, that's pretty cool. E. There you go. So you just mouse over it and click E. You don't have to. And then right here, this will make.
This is a craftable tea set, and the item you're seeing right now is it's one item that includes everything on a tray, but we will also have these as individual pieces as well. So we like to make it to where you have a whole tray of them, so you don't have to waste your deco limit by kind of setting that up yourself.
That's right. We did something like that with the kitchen place setting too, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool. You can have your tea party. Well, Travis will have his tea party for sure.
Travis loves his tea.
Now, you might remember seeing some bathtubs that we made a couple releases ago. These are the craftable versions, right?
Yep. So we have like a pretty standard white porcelain tub right here.
I'm going to get in there with my
That's
armor. What's the worst that could happen?
It rusts and you can't get out of the tub ever again.
It's a lot heavier too. And over here is a wooden craftable one that kind of looks like a big barrel fashioned into a bathtub.
Oh, you put them a little too close together, Reed. Just get myself out of there. Why did that not work? All right. Craftable bathtub. Let's see. We have the cobalt chandelier. We do. It's right here.
Yep.
So when we made the kobold inn, we also had to make a light fixture. What you're looking at here, we're standing in the wooden plaster inn. It has a chandelier on the first floor. When we made the kobold inn, we had to do the same thing for the first floor there. So in this release, we made this into a decoration. So it's a kobold ceiling light.
Ooh.
Turn it on and off. Okay, I think that covers the craftable stuff. So let's go look at some of these other things. Now, these are the perennial coast wall paintings. That there, so we can get some more light. And so perennial coast, as you know, has sort of a far eastern theme to it. So we tried to focus our scenes for the paintings on that sort of aesthetic.
Right there is the Zen garden
that you can see in Celestis. And then here's the statue of Sequana from Arteris. Now there are eight of those in total. We're just showing 2 of them here. And like I said, if those are popular, we'll try and make regionally based landscape paintings based on other areas of Novia.
Oh, these are cool. We were going through these when sorting them and testing them for the game, and I'm excited about these personally. These are definitely going to go in my home.
Yeah. So these you might know, or you might recognize these as the Dennis Loubet illustrations for both the Blade of the Avatar and our player manual.
Mm-hmm. And there's actually a lot of these. We're just showing 4, but I think there's somewhere close to 30 of them in total.
Yeah,
actually, right. There's 3 sets of 12. There's characters, there's monsters, there's a variety of themes.
Yeah, we made a illustration, a framed illustration out of almost every single one of them. So you'll be able to find your favorite.
This one's my favorite.
Yeah, the one
with the chicken.
Gotta love the chicken on top.
I didn't notice that.
Those will be very cool.
What's really neat about those paintings is they because I suppose because they're shades of gray, they go really well in every single
Yeah, they're very
home that I've ever
contrasty.
I've ever placed them in. Like they show gray here in the light and everything.
And all the artwork pops from a distance too
Yeah.
because of that. I like them a lot.
What is this here, Reed?
This is a globe drink cabinet. I'm sure some of you have seen these in real life where it's a globe and then you open it up into a bar. Like you'll have your scotch glasses, a bottle, you know.
There's I forget the guy's name, but there's some I think it's some European somebody in chat who knows a European guy who runs this show. It's a comedy show and he interviews famous people, movie actors and such. And before they start, he opens up a globe with liquor in it and offers whatever people want. It's so funny. It's cool.
So it says it's a drink cabinet, but you can put anything in there.
Yeah, you can also just use it as a storage container if you'd like to. So
you can
that
see
would be
here
a
that
cool
it's,
feature to add to it.
yeah, you can see here that it's brought up the sort of the chest interface. So that's pretty neat. And then we have a more ornate version of that same hourglass from before. Same functionality, does all the same cool stuff.
Just prettier.
They're requesting you to cast your character light.
Oh,
Punch it up a little bit.
And this one does the same thing. You can spin it around and it'll count down an in-game hour.
I can kind of see the sand coming down. All right, I think that's it for the decos. The last thing we want to show you is the basement inns. And so we have over here, we've set up a hatch to go down into we're going to show you a 5-story basement inn.
Now this is the classic hatch that everybody has right now, and these hatches, these patterns for the hatches rather, are exactly that. They're patterns. So when you guys get those, you'll have this normal hatch, and then you'll use the pattern to apply it to this hatch. And
Correct.
Then it'll just poof change to.
Yeah. So we're going to show you the 5-floor inn. That is the store version, but there is a 2-floor version that can be crafted in game. But the only difference is, you know, fewer floors on the 2-story one.
Is the limit of items different too? How many items you can put in there?
Well, that I'm not sure. I don't think so, but I don't know. It's a village-sized basement, but
Could be the same.
not really sure how that works. The 5-floor inn has, well, both inns have 5 rooms on each floor, so 25 rooms total in the 5-room or the 5-floor inn, and 10 rooms in the 2-floor inn. You know, since you're underground, there are no windows, but the difference is that the rooms are larger. So, as compared to the above ground wooden plaster inn, so you sacrifice some windows looking out into dirt for larger.
I'll take the larger room.
For larger rooms.
Yeah, who needs windows?
So it's a pretty big and spacious room. Again, there are 25 of these.
We have people talking about making it a prison already. Okay, whatever.
Well, we do have a prison basement, so
Yeah, there you
hey,
go.
you know, if you want like tiny cells, we do offer that as well. But they're laid out exactly the same. They have the same layout as the above ground inn. Just the rooms are larger, and it's underground.
Belladonna Rose asks, will we be able to have the inn and a standard basement at the same time? So that's
You can mix and match. Yeah, you can have any type of house on your upper above ground area.
Yeah, it's actually a good question there, because some people may not realize that you don't have to match those. You can have whatever home you want, and then pair that with whatever basement and basement hatch you want. So if you want to mix it up, go for it.
That's right. So like if you want the look of a small house or any other kind of house on your village lot.
So there may be, like, if you have a village lot, you wouldn't be able to put a city basement, right?
Well, that's true. Yeah.
So there is that size limit, but besides that.
But other than
Right.
that, yeah.
Yeah, but this is, to be clear, this is a village-sized inn. It just so happens to take up the entire width and length of a village lot, whereas the above ground inn, we had to allow space on the sides and the front and the back for fences and other decorations, and so the inn sort of sits inside the perimeter, and therefore the rooms are smaller. But this one actually takes up the entire space. Go back upstairs. The ladder to get back up to your above ground is right here. So I think that's it. I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, thank you guys. We're out of time anyway, so it's a perfect ending. Thank you for showing off all these awesome decorations. And you guys got to see a little bit more about the companions. And we have one last thing to do, and that's give away these prizes. And we will be off for a slightly extended weekend before the amazing Release 54 next week. Everybody here is so excited to see this release and see what you guys think, and all of the things in it that we just talked about, all these items, and take screenshots, take lots of screenshots. We want to see what you do with all of these cool things.
That's right. Yeah. Hope you enjoy it.
Yeah.
All
All right.
See them in game.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks
All
for
right.
tuning in.
So let me switch this over actually here so that you guys can see me. Thank you guys again. All right, there we go. Okay, so we've got the Elven statues of your choice. We're giving away 2 of those. Congrats to Infineon and Turok64. It's a great game, by the way. Turok64, who won those statues. And also a reminder, Ace Man, the Best Beast, all one name, and Lon won the Heraldry Banners. The Pot Row Lot Property Deed, Pluraltown Row Lot Property Deed, the Twitter prize is yet to be announced. We will be doing that shortly right after this live stream, and we'll try to get these to you before the weekend kicks in. And if we don't, we will be right back on Tuesday to provide those. So please, give us a little time for that. Thank you, everybody, for your amazing questions. If you have more questions for what was shown on the live stream today, and in general the game, especially next week with Release 54 rolling out on Thursday, we have our Release 54 live stream, which is going to be right after that on the following Monday. So get your questions in by going to the Release 54 live stream on the front page of the website. You'll scroll down just a little bit. We'll put a pinned post up on there at some point soon here, and you can comment in that post with, please limit it to 3 questions in one post, and we'll try to get to those on the live stream. Until then, you guys have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.